Okay, so I guess we are live now. Hello, everyone. Please let me know if you can hear me. Very good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Thanks for joining. Can someone please confirm if you guys can hear me? Today's session is going to be like really helpful. Even if you are a SelectorsHub user and already using all the products under SelectorsHub, then also they are going to be very helpful for you guys. So please be with us till end, and this is really going to help you guys a lot. And after this session, you will save a lot of time, like on a daily practice with testing, automation testing. Thank you. Thanks, Himanshu, for confirmation. We'll wait for another 1-2 minutes and then we'll start. Meanwhile, if you have any question, feel free to ask. During the session, you can keep putting your queries and question in the chat section, and I will try to address all of them as soon as I will get time in between. I will definitely try to answer all your queries. Thanks, Ovik. Thanks for joining. I'm good. How are you? Hi, Savik. Hi, Ali. Hi, Puspin. What coming next from you? Yes, definitely a really great tool is coming. Thank you, Sarang. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Ali. The next tool is like really amazing. Like I can just can't reveal what it is, but like Selectors Hub and TestCase Studio and all these tools taken some time to like be part of your life. But that new tool is not going to take any time from the day it is going to be launched. So yes, there is you guys will have to wait for another couple of days, and but yeah, stay tuned for that one. Okay, so I guess we can start now, and this session is going to be really helpful. I will try to keep it short and crisp. Will not bore you guys, but definitely you will enjoy. So let me share my screen. And like I said, if you guys get any question in between, feel free to ask, and I will answer like immediately. I might not be looking at the. And those who have joined, feel free to say hi so that we get to know that who all have joined here. Just let me know if you guys can see the screen. I hope this must be visible. Okay, so let's talk about some of the problems first. You might be like some of you might be already using these tools, but definitely you will get something new today in each and every tool, as well as those who are not aware some of the tools, like because most of you have heard about Selector Sub and Selector Sub, but there are like apart from Selector Sub, there is a lot more actually which can help you on your day-to-day work when you are doing the testing. So let's see some of the problems which we have today and what is the solution for those problems. So we'll first see the problems and then we'll see the solution for them. So the very first problem is like if I ask you guys, what are the test cases for the login scenarios? Okay, so some of you might tell me really good test cases. Let's say someone says, I know 5 test cases. Someone will say 10 test cases. Someone will say 20 test cases. I know. So depending on like how much you know, you will raise your hand like that, isn't it? Someone will be in doubt. I don't know anything. So we will be always in this kind of dilemma. And in fact, like if I have to get my login functionality tested by uh, a particular tester, I will not be sure that this person can do the cover all the scenarios, this or this person can cover all the scenarios. If someone is like, let's say 5 to 10 year experience, he might be able to cover all the scenarios, but if someone is like just 2 year experience, he might not be able to cover all the scenarios. If someone is fresher, he might not be even able to like know really good scenarios, technical scenarios or business scenario of login. Because generally when we talk, we generally think about these kind of scenarios that okay, there will be correct user id password, wrong user id password, something like that. But really complex scenarios, who will test? Who would be able to think of those scenarios? So in that case, it will be like that's where we get stuck. Right. Now, next problem is, it also depends like our testing, when we do the testing, it also depends on the mood of a testers. Like if I'm happy today, I might be able to cover some really good scenarios, but tomorrow if my mood is off, or like let's say next week I'm doing the same functionality testing, I might not be able to cover the same set of scenarios. So in this kind of situation, our testing becomes like uh, depends on our mood of a tester, basically. Right. If I'm having a very good mind and fresh mind, I might be able to cover really really good scenarios, but day after tomorrow, same functionality you give me for testing, and I might be upset on something, and then I might not be able to cover all the scenarios. So how can we make sure that whatever we are testing, irrespective of our mood, irrespective of our experience, irrespective of what experience we have, like in which company we have work, we will be able to cover the best scenarios, best test cases, best test scenarios for any particular scenarios. For that reason, here we have now test case hub to solve all these problems. How this simple application is going to be so much helpful that you will be able to make sure that whatever test cases, test scenarios you are going to cover, they are good. So this is very simple application, very simple tool. What it will do here, like first of all, what it is basically a kind of like encyclopedia, or you can say repository of test cases, where test case has been written by the whole community, and they have been reviewed, they have been upvoted, and all sorts of things. So like for an example, we need test cases for, let's say, login. So you search here for login, and you will get all the best test cases, test scenarios here. And you can see that they have been upvoted, so you know that okay, this test case is really good, this is positive test case or negative test case, priority p1 or p2, and all those sorts of things. And then you can of course like lots of feature that you can select particular test cases, you can copy them. Like if you want to select some of the test cases and you want to copy, you can copy only those selected test cases, or you want to download, you can download, and a lot more you can do. And if you feel that some of the test cases missing, of course you can submit as well. Like let's say you want for database, so you just start typing, it will start auto suggesting, and then you can search. So here you see that these are the test cases for database. There are like a lot more functionality has been added now, and you can see that who has written these test cases, who have reviewed these test cases, when they were reviewed. Also, like if you want to see that if this person is really good, the person who have uh, added like written these test cases, so you can check his profile. Okay, this person has written these test cases, like here Milan Patel has written these test cases. So how much experience this person has, does it like really coming it from the good tester? Because there will be a day, there will be also more scenarios who has, like you can see that he has a lot many experience, such a huge experience he has, like almost more than 12 years of experience he has. So now we can be sure that these test cases written by such an experienced person who has worked in these many companies, this has been reviewed by this person. Okay, so these are really good test cases, we can be sure. So even if I haven't have any experience on database testing, then also we will be able to cover these test cases, these scenarios. Likewise, like if you want the test cases for credit card or some functionality, there will be situation where it will be having less number of test cases. So in that case, you can see that and you feel that, okay, this has less number of test cases, I know more test cases, I can submit it. So you can submit the test case here if you know some test cases, and then they will be reviewed, and tomorrow they will be appearing here. And this is how it is going to be helpful for whole community and for all of us. So if I have a situation where I don't know test cases for any particular functionality, I can come here, I will search if that will be here, best for me. So and also you can see it here, all available scenarios, who are the contributor, who are the reviewer here. So all those things you can see it here. So like you want to see which all test cases, which all, for which all scenarios there are test cases available, how many test cases are available, all these things you can see it here. And also like we are keep on, because this is like very very new innovation, recently launched uh, around 2 months back. So this is still evolving, lot many features has been added and we are adding it every day. So very very helpful tool this is. And if you have any suggestion, any feedback, you can write it here. You can raise a bug or you can raise a feature request here, like suggestion, you under suggestion here you can add more features, or and you can also here we have now the account feature and a lot more features has been added. So this is going to be very very helpful, it is going to save a lot more time for you, and over the time it is going to be evolve a lot. Like you see that today, when you look for any, like today any developer look for any problem, like coding related problem, we have Stack Overflow. And on Stack Overflow, when you look for the answer, how you make sure that this answer is correct, this could be the correct answer, this could be the correct solution, because when you found the number of votes upvotes there, so that's how you be sure you can, you become like okay confident that this answer is going to be right answer for my problem. So you implement that solution in your problems. Similarly, this is going to evolve over the time, and this is going to be very very helpful for whole community. And we all will be this will be in a situation after a couple of months where it will be having whole lot of test cases, a lot more features, which will be very helpful for you guys. And you will not have to worry, because today you are working in some company, you have written lot many test cases, you have done lot of testing, but tomorrow if you switch to a new company and after some time you get a similar functionality to test, you will not have to rethink about all those scenarios what you have done here, because those you have written it here and anytime you can access them back whenever you are in a new company. So this is going to be very very helpful guys. So this is test case hub. Any question on test case hub? Let me take a pause of 1 minute here, and then we'll move on to the next set of problems. Thanks, Aya. And I will request all of you that please check out Test Case Hub. Whatever test scenarios, test cases you know, please add them there. We will review it, and in fact, you guys will review it. Reviewers are from the community only, and once you add more and more test cases, there is a your profile will also be being get it upgraded automatically, and we are also showing the name of the contributors and everything, so you will see that their name, whole community will see. So this is going to be very very helpful. Thank you, Tej. Okay, let's see next set of problems. What problems we have? So about the test, this is test case hub. How you all can contribute and support on test case hub side. So like I suggested, and I will request you again that please add test cases. Look at this. All the scenarios, whichever test cases you know, or if any new functionality you tested today or tomorrow in your company, please add them here. Like how you can add it, it's very simple. Either you click on add test cases here, or you search for any particular, let's say you search for here credit card, and you found only 3 test cases, you know some more test cases, you can write here the test case priority and positive or negative that you can set, and just submit this for review. So this is how very simple you can submit and contribute. Okay. Now next set of problems. How do you all get the steps to reproduce the bug? Like when you do the functional testing, when you do the testing, exploratory testing, or you can say the functional testing. So while doing the testing, if you get any bug or issue, so how do you get the steps to reproduce the bug? Or if you have to file a bug in Jira or in any bug management tool like Bagasura, so how do you get the steps for them? Like for an example here, let's say we are on Google here, and here we search for, let's say, selectors hub. Then we click on selectors hub, this link. Suppose I right click on this link here, then I right click on products here, then I click on practice page. I clicked on here first name. So you see that here this first name field is non-editable. Now this field is non-editable. So here we want to raise a bug to the developer in the Jira, saying that like we will have to mention all these steps, right? So how we will get the steps for this? Either we think, okay, where first step, what we did, we search, then we click on something, then we right click somewhere, then we right click again somewhere, then we click on a like some link, then we reached here. So we always have to mention these steps, right? And always we, at least we try to repeat this process, then we start writing those steps. Do you guys agree with me? So to get these steps, we think or we retest, and then 99% of the cases, whenever we get a bug, we used to repeat the complete process to get the steps, and then we write down them into the bug management tool. You guys can agree or disagree with me. Then next is, how do you get the screenshot to file the bug? Because we never file a bug without a screenshot. So we always take those screenshot like this. You will take this screenshot, then you will pick some color and all, and then you will highlight this field. You will do all this drama, and then you will save this, and this will also get saved as some name, random name. And tomorrow when you will look at that screenshot, you would not be able to get that. So do you guys agree that you take the screenshot and then you add it into, then you highlight the field and then you add it into the Jira or any bug management tool? You do this manually. Then how do you prove your testing? Like suppose if tomorrow any bug comes in production, and generally what happened, like whenever there is a issue comes in production, it always start happening. Tester will start blaming developer, and then developer will start blaming tester that you have missed this. Tester will say no, it is a developer miss. Developer will say no, tester miss. So how can we be sure that this Tom Jerry fight stop? How can we stop this fight, and how can we stop this blame game? Right, because whenever there is an issue, we have to provide the root cause analysis for that. We have to answer our management, higher management, whenever there is a production issue. And in 90% of the cases, you guys will agree that we don't document anything, we don't have documentation for that. So how can we solve this problem without doing anything? Without doing anything, how can we get all these things automatically? Because we don't want to put effort. Because if we have to put the effort, then we can do this. Like we can write these steps, we can take this screenshot, we can document things. So what can be there? Can there be any solution which will do all these things automatically when we are doing our functional testing? Because we always do the functional testing. We always do at least one round of UI functional testing whenever we have any web application. We don't just rely on the API testing or any sorts of testing. We open a website. If we have web application, we definitely open website and we do one round of sanity whenever we are pushing. I mean, there could be a chance that someone might not be doing, but as per my experience, I believe that at least once people open website before pushing any release to the production, no matter how much automation or how much regression, API testing, all those sorts of things you have to make sure that your application will open in the browser. So how can we make sure that this can be done automatically? So here is the solution for all these sorts of problem. There could be like, there I can add more and more problems, but these are some of the major problem which test case studio is going to solve for you guys. You will not have to do anything. Automatically everything will be happening here. Let's see how. So whatever scenarios we have done it here, like we were on Google, right? So what you have to do, just before starting your testing, you have to just click on this test case studio logo on your browser. I'm not showing you how to add the browser, this test case studio in your browser. That all you can get it on SelectorsHub website. Very simple step that you can add it in your browser. So now just click on that, and now let's start our testing. So we'll search here for SelectorsHub. This is what we were doing. We'll scroll down. We'll click on this link. Then let's say we right click on courses. Then we right click on products. Then we click on practice page. Then we click on this enter first name. And we have to file the bug now. Let's see how things has been, like how much easy it has made this test case studio. This is the test case studio window. You see each and every step has been written in plain English sentence, how you will be writing, how you are going to write these steps in your bug management tool. You see, open website, press down arrow. You can remove those sorts of like sentence which has been like, which you feel that very granular level they have been written. But you see that every step, even if you have pressed down key, that also it will record. If even if you have scrolled down, that also it will record. Now here, open website, press down, enter SelectorsHub into search box, then press enter, scroll down, then you have click on SelectorsHub, that link, then right click on courses, right click on products, click on practice page, click on first enter name. Each and everything has been recorded. Now what we can do, simply we can copy all these steps and paste it to our developer, or in our bug management tool, these steps we can paste. You see that here is screenshot. For each and every step, a screenshot has been taken and the field is highlighted here. You see that this is the issue here, first enter name. The step name, the best part of this screenshot is that the field is highlighted, as well as the name of this screenshot is the step name. So you will, when you will be sharing this screenshot with your developer, or you will be adding this screenshot in your bug management tool, you whoever will be seeing that screenshot, he will immediately understand, okay, this was the ninth step and it was click on first name. This screenshot is for click on first name. But the screenshot, if you see, look at that screenshot which we have taken manually, that was having some this sorts of name, like screenshot, that timestamp followed by timestamp, while this screenshot is going to have this name. Like if we download all these screenshot, let me show you. You can download this, and here it will download all the in zip folder. So you see that the name of the screenshot is like, this is for open website, this one, and here it is click on this practice page. So everything here it is coming. So this is going to be very very helpful for the people, those who are going to refer this screenshot, and you are never going to miss that when this screenshot was taken, when what was, for what purpose this screenshot was taken. Then there are like lot more features are there. You can download this, you can copy any particular thing. You see that here XPath data, everything is there. In fact, CSS selector is also there. This I have done some settings, so it was not showing you. But if you see that it used to generate XPath, CSS selector, screenshot, data, each and everything is there. You can add a step here, you can delete any particular step. If you want to execute this test case on test rigor, you can execute as well. There's a feature here, you just have to click and it will execute in test rigor. So that is another great feature we have here. You want to pause, you can pause. There's a attribute filters to generate XPath and CSS selector with particular attribute. You can generate these XPath and selectors with command as well. So lot more features are there. You can customize the columns as well. Like if you don't want to see this XPath or CSS selector column, then you can just hide them. Basically, if you don't pause this screenshot, you want to pause, you can pause it here. So really, this is really really helpful and very good tool which can save a lot more time, and it can save you and your team from that Tom Jerry fight. And it is going to be like really really helpful in many many cases. For the documentation, this is just wow. So whenever you are doing the functional testing, always you can just click on this button and you always have this on. So this was the test case studio, guys, and this is really helpful. And there will be one question before you guys ask, let me answer this. This is one of the most safe and secure plugin. It runs in your local, it doesn't save any data, it runs offline. This is one of the most safe and secure plugin. It is featured in Chrome Store, and this is the 5-star rated, only 5-star rated Chrome extension. It has never gone like this. You can see that average rating 5 out of 5, 109 users rated this, and more than 10,000 people are already using. You can see it is featured, it has got the featured badge, which means follows recommended practice for Chrome extension. In fact, like all our Chrome extension, whether that is SelectorsHub, TestCase Studio, or Pro versions, all got featured here in Chrome Store, which means they follows all standard recommendation, API code, and each and everything is as per the Chrome standard. So there is nothing fishy. There is no like security issue. There is nothing like that. It is spamming or something like that. It's absolutely safe and secure. You can see it here. Features runs offline. Okay, so let me take a pause here. If you guys have any question, any feedback, feel free to shoot. Is this in the pro version or regular version? So whatever I'm showing you guys, those all are absolutely free versions. Yes, definitely there are pro versions available for SelectorsHub and TestCase Studio, so they have like more advanced feature. So yes, maybe like end of the session I will quickly show you guys about the pro version, but whatever I'm showing, those are absolutely free. My company wants the screenshot and steps in one file like it shows in TestCase Studio. uh, sure, I'm actually, we are trying to get them in like one file only, but yes, we'll make sure that we will add this feature soon. soon. Thank you. But yeah, in Pro version, we have more options to download file in different format. A screenshot you can download separately. There is no limit of like a screenshot. There's better performance, better UI, and more advanced feature in Pro version. Absolutely. But yes, free version also has each and everything whatever I'm showing. So that is absolutely free only. Okay, so any feedback, any questions, guys? Okay, so let's see now. Let the next set of problem statement, and what is there in my plate. If you have any question, then please don't hesitate. Okay. How do you verify all XPath if UI changed? I will be talking about like more advanced feature of selectors are definitely basic feature. Mostly people know that this is an XPath and CSS selector plugin, so you can generate them. But let's talk about these big problems. How do you verify all XPath if UI changed? Because whenever there is a small UI change happen, we all know that, like, of course, tool can give you a certain level of stable XPath. You yourself can write certain level of stable XPath. But if complete DOM got changed, or if UI changed, complete UI got changed, then neither XPath written by a human going to be stable. They are also going to be changed or broken, you can say. And same with the like XPath which has been generated by tool. So in this kind of situation, how do we verify all XPath if UI changed? Like if we have hundreds of XPath, then how can we make sure that how can we verify all of them? How much time do you waste to write one locator page? You see that those who are writing more automation script using like locator page, if you are using locator page or something like that, in that case we used to waste a lot of time just to write one page, like because in one page there could be like I mean, generally there will be like at least 15 to 20 or 30 to 40, depending on your like how big application you have. So we used to have a lot of, we have to write lots of locators in one page, one locator page. So how can we save this time? Can we generate this complete locator page in one go? Then how do you handle these complex scenarios like shadow DOM, iframe, SVG, and many more? Like if iframe is inside shadow DOM or shadow DOM is inside iframe, this becomes really really complicated if you have to look at the DOM with your bare eyes and figure it out how many shadow DOM, how many iframes are there. Agree? And in many situations, trust me that many people doesn't even know that how to identify shadow DOM, or how to look at for look into the DOM, whether that is inside iframe or shadow DOM, or if that element is like some spatial kind of element like SVG. So in nutshell, how do you learn about this DOM, XPath syntax, XPath or CSS selector errors, and all these functionality related to locators or selectors or DOM? How can you become expert in all these things? If you have to become expert, because not all the time your trainer is going to be with you, not all the time your lead is going to be with you. So how do, like If you have written any wrong XPath, how will you identify that? Who will tell you that what is wrong in your XPath, what wrong you are doing? I'm sure many of you will say that we are not using any tool. What you will use in interview, like you cannot use a tool in interview. But let me tell you, there is no one who is not using an XPath tool. Everybody is using an XPath tool, which is, those who are saying they are not using XPath tool, they are using dev tools, which is one of the most used developer tool. So that is also a tool you are using, but you are not aware that that is right, or that is giving you the right result or not. So we need to, I mean, you need to explore, you need to learn that, because developer tool like dev tools, when you do control plus F, that doesn't support shadow DOM, that doesn't support SVG, that doesn't give you the right XPath for SVG, that doesn't support shadow DOM, nested iframes, that gives you the result of matching strings. So lot many things are there which never has been taught, which never has been explored. We just blindly accepted that okay, dev tools is the standard solution and we should not use an XPath tool. So all those sorts of things are there. So combining all these problems, here is the best solution for all these problems, which will solve all listed problems. And rest, those who are using SelectorsHub, they know what all problems it has solved. So here it is, SelectorsHub. And this is again absolutely free browser plugin. And let's see how we can use this and how it is going to solve all the problems which we have listed there. So let's go to this practice page here and right click on inspect. And first of all, it used to be here at the last, guys. Like whenever you will, after adding the selectors hub, you will see that it will be there as a last tab, but you can now drag and drop the position of the selectors hub. So keep it as a first position, so that way it will be very helpful for you. Now let me just zoom in so that you will have a better look. Okay, so we were having the very first point, like let's say our UI got changed and this is our script. Okay, so this was our first point. How do you verify? How do we verify all XPath if UI got changed? Now there are so many XPath has been written, and suppose our UI got changed, so we have to verify all these. So are we going to? I mean, I'm sure like you all are. Those who are not aware about this feature, those what how you verify? You copy this XPath, you go to your selectors up, and then you paste it here. Hit enter. Okay, one matching node. Then you come here, you copy this, and then you paste it there, and you see if it is correct or not. This is how we do, or we execute this script and see one by one. Okay, now it is failing for this. You will copy this and change this, and then again you will execute this script, and then wherever it will fail, you will change that. Do you guys do that way? Agree? So can we verify all of them together, this complete script? Yes, we can do that. So what you have to do, you need not to like copy XPath one by one and then you have to paste it there. No, the whole script, copy this complete sit, you can copy, complete copy whole code here, like irrespective of import statement or whatever you have, you copy that, come here. There is a click to verify multiple XPath here. Click on this button. There you see that edit button, click on this. And you don't worry that whatever I'm showing you guys and you will miss anything. You see that for each and everything tutorial is there. So don't worry that when you will be using SelectorsHub is completely self-explanatory. So you don't worry about any of the feature. With every feature you have the tutorial right there. So you just click and watch that and you would be good to go. And then of course, like I'm always available, so you can ping on live chat. So here you can click on edit button, paste your complete script here in this box. And here what you have to put the command here. whatever command you are using, because if you are using, let's say, Cypress, then that will be cy.x path. If you are using Selenium, it could be driver.findElement by.x path. Or if it could be like if you are using page object model or something like that, then the command could be different. So that you have to copy this command and paste it here. And wherever you have written XPath, replace that with XPath value keyword. Okay. And then it will, like, of course, it will remove this red, because whenever it is there, it will be showing you the help text that how you can change your command. So I'm just showing you an example, and then you submit. What it will do, it will extract all the XPath and show you the result. You see that it is showing you this is one matching node, this is 0 0, and all the XPath has been fetched from the script, and they have been like they got the result and showing you here. You can simply fix only those XPath which has been showing you the 0 0, and rest all you can use them, keep in your script. So this way you can verify your complete script in one go whenever there is a small UI change happen, and you need not to like keep on executing and looking which XPath got changed, which XPath not got changed. So this is really incredible feature in Selectors Hub, which I'm not sure if everybody was aware about this feature, and this will save a huge amount of time for you guys. And of course, like there are like lots of feature that you just inspect any element and then you get the XPath and selectors. So that is of course there. So that is like very basic feature, but yet most useful feature and most uh, used feature. But yeah, there are like extremely great features on the right side here, so please explore them. Were you guys aware about this feature what I just showed you? Anyone? Come on guys, there are like more than 100 people, you guys can answer. Savik, yeah, yes, I was expecting that many people might not be aware about this feature. Software tester, so she's also saying no. Yep. So I hope this will help you guys. And if you have only XPath somewhere, that also you can verify, not just like you need to paste the command. So for that, I will highly recommend that please watch that tutorial. So that will be very helpful. Watch all the detailed tutorial for each and every feature and keep exploring. That will help a lot. For Vivek, this is first time. Come on guys, let's make it interactive. So many people are there, I'm still not able to hear all of you. Okay, then let me show you the another like great feature. How much time do you waste to write one locator page? So consider that this is a locator page. Suppose this is a locator page. Okay, so if we have to write this locator page, how much time it will take? Okay, because for an example, you got selectors up here. What you will do, you will, let's say, inspect this element. You got this XPath, you will copy this, and then you will type it here, the command driver dot find element by dot XPath, and you paste this. And trust me guys, the XPath what Selectors Hub generates, they are most stable XPath. I can challenge that the XPath which are generated by Selectors Hub are more stable and will be more stable than a human can write. And anytime if you anybody wants to get the challenge, want to accept the challenge, I can give the challenge that the XPath which Selectors Hub generate, they are better, they will be better always than a human written XPath. So you can absolutely trust on them that whether that is a stable XPath I can copy or not. Yes, you can copy XPath and CSS selector both. Most of the time they will be more better. Okay, so we have written this. Then next, let's say we want for password, we'll inspect password, copy this, and we'll paste it here. And then again we'll have to type this driver dot find element by.xpath and paste it here. So you see that every time we have to type this command, we are copy and pasting this. This takes a lot of time. Okay. But you need not to do this again and again. There's a command feature on the right side. You turn on this, and now here by default you will get this command, and if you hit enter, you see that you got this complete command. And now you simply copy this and paste it here. You need not to type this command. You just inspect any element here. Let's say you inspect this company, copy this and paste it here. You see, you inspect any element. Let's say you inspect this products here, copy this and paste it here. Isn't it easy? You got the complete command from here. Oops, sorry. I'm not sure from where I missed this. Okay, I will show it again. Okay, so I guess I missed from the beginning itself. Again, I will explain, not a problem. This blunder used to happen many times. Okay, so here you see that if we have to inspect any if we have to write this locator page, suppose this is a locator page here. Okay, so if we have to write this locator page, we have to write these many locators, and it will take a lot of time, right? So what we do, we inspect any element. This is how we used to do. You guys will agree or disagree. You can let me know in the comment section. You copy this XPath, you come here, you type this driver dot find element by dot XPath and paste this command. You do this, then you inspect another element, password. You copy this driver dot find element by dot XPath and paste this. You guys do this way, and this will take, if I have to do it for like all these 10 elements, I guess session will end by doing this only, and it will take a lot of time, right? So can we get this complete command? Yes, we can get this complete command. There is a command feature here. You see on right side there's a button, second button. Click on this, and you see now it is generating complete command. Now you just copy this and paste it here. Simple. How fast it will be. You copy this, click inspect any element, paste it here. Sorry, copy and then paste it here. Isn't it really amazing? You inspect any element, you click copy and paste. Done. So this way you can generate the command. But are you guys happy with this? Are you guys just happy with this feature, or you want this complete locator page in one shot? What if I say that we can generate this complete page in one go? So let's generate this complete code in one go. And what if like my uh, command is not this driver.find element by .xpath. My command could be something else like locator page that are generally you guys use to different kind of command, because this is very basic. In companies, we are not using this, right? So click on this. Here you will find lot many commands. Like suppose if you are working with Selenium with Python, you can use this command. If your locator page, you can use this command. Generally, most of you are using this at find by xpath is equal to something like this. Let me copy and show you guys. Many of you must be using this kind of locator command, page for page object model. Are you guys using this? At find by, at cache lookup, right? Something like this you are using. So can we generate the locator page for all the locators in one go? Yes. There is a feature here, the third button. You see that click to generate automation code, multiple selectors. Click on this button and now start inspecting all the elements for which you want to generate the locators. So let's say we want to generate for this enter email, for password, for plans, for products, for courses, for practice page, for resources. Keep on inspecting all those elements for which you want, and simply copy this, and you can also see it here, and there you go, and your complete locator page is ready for all the commands, for all the elements. So this way you can generate the locator page as well. And you must be thinking that how it will take the name, because generally you give a keyword name for each XPath. So you can see that it has taken the correct keyword name as well. So it used to generate the best keyword name for each and XPath, so you don't need to worry about that what keyword it will give you. So it used to automatically generate the best keyword. You see that this XPath is for enter email, this is for enter password, this is for pro plans. So it used to do that automatically. So this is how you can generate the locators page automatically. So your second problem is also solved. And all these has been done in such a smart way in the pro version that you will be amazed. Just in one click and you everything is done in the pro version. So that is just like next level. If you try that, I will highly recommend all of you. Next is, how do you handle complex scenarios like shadow dom, iframe, svg, etc. So today it is like really complicated to get to know if any element is inside shadow dom or iframe or what. So how can we get to know that those elements are inside iframe or shadow dom? So what you have to do, you just inspect any element and SelectorsHub will let you know everything. You see that we have inspected this enter name field, and it is telling you that this element is inside single shadow dom, and this is the code to handle that shadow dom, and this is selector, and this element is inside shadow dom. For such element xpath won't support. Even in fact, if you write xpath here, it will give you the error message that xpath doesn't support shadow dom. So you will learn a new concept that xpath doesn't support shadow dom. You need to use the css selector. And how do you handle those elements? And you also got to learn this new property, because if you will look at the dom, you will think that this is a normal element. You will start writing xpath here, and that will not work, and you will be scratching your head this why this is not working. Because if you right click and copy this xpath what devtools generate, if you paste that here, it is generating this xpath which is wrong. You see that it is 00. So devtools doesn't support in all the cases. So make sure that you whatever you do right, you learn right things. This is where SelectorsHub will help you. Okay. Now, if any element, like let's say multiple shadow DOMs are there, then it will tell you that this element is inside two nested shadow DOM. If any element is inside iframe, and that iframe is inside shadow DOM, like you see that we inspected this element, it is telling that this is inside iframe. And this iframe, so let's look for the iframe. So here it is the iframe, and if you select this, it will tell you that this iframe is inside shadow DOM. So such kind of complex scenarios, it tells you automatically. Similarly, like if you inspect here this, let's say this field, do you love tea? It will tell you that this element is inside iframe. Wait, first it is telling you this element is inside single shadow DOM, and that shadow DOM is inside iframe. And if you look at this DOM here, this is input field, and this input field is inside shadow root open, and then this shadow root open is inside iframe. You see, these are really complex scenarios. Trust me, if you don't use SelectorsHub for a second, if you close this and then try to automate, you will find a hard time. Like it might take whole day to figure it out how to solve this problem. This is where SelectorsHub helps a lot to learn new things, to learn this concept. If any element is svg element, it tells you that this is svg element. If you will be doing anything wrong, it will tell you that what is wrong or what is right. Like invalid svg xpath format, it teach you. Because if I will ask you, if anybody will ask you to write the xpath for this element, double svg, this one, you will start double forward slash svg. And in fact, this dev tools like right click and copy this xpath, it used to generate xpath with this one, which is an invalid xpath. But you will never learn this, because we have been always taught that don't use an xpath tool, write your own xpath. And writing own xpath means verify here and write here. But this is wrong, it is not right. Because 0 of 0, whenever you will see 0 of 0, you will think that this is zero matching node, but actually that is wrong xpath. So it will help you, this will help you to learn this concept. Like here you see that, so this problem is also solved. And then how do you learn about dom, xpath, syntax, errors, css selector, etc. You write xpath here. This is a smart editor like IntelliJ, Eclipse. When you use these smart editor, that's where you learn more about errors, error handling of any particular technology, more concept about any particular api. When you write there, that's where you get these smart auto suggestion there. So that's where you learn new concept. Okay, because you see that if I ask you, if someone asks you to write xpath for this element, you might be able to write 3 4 types of xpath. But when you will when you will type here, you will see, oh, these many types of formats are there, these many types of syntax are there in xpath you can write. So this will help you to learn, and you will automatically able to complete the XPath within few seconds. You will be able to write your own XPath within few seconds. And if you will do anything wrong, it will teach you. Add tag name after forward slash. If you will miss anything, it will tell you what is you are missing here. So all sorts of things are here. Then you must be thinking that can you write access based XPath? Like access based relative XPath you can generate automatically. Here you can generate access based XPath as well. There's a button here. Now you inspect parent. Let's say we want to generate for pro plans with respect to products. First inspect products and then inspect pro plans. This is how you can generate the even access based XPath as well automatically from SelectorsHub. And I will highly request you guys that please learn all the features. There are too many features. Still I haven't covered all of them, but yeah, there are many great features. And in fact, like, let me quickly show you the pro version here. You see in pro version, if you have to generate locator page, how fast it will be. You click on this, then click on this code command here. Let's say we want for this one, or suppose we want this. There's an inspector, own selectors up inspector. Click on this button, and now you start inspecting all the element like this. You see how quickly it is getting generated. In the free version, you were supposed to inspect through this, and every time you have to choose that. But here you see, quickly you can generate this using this. If you have to generate access based XPath, you see, inspect this, done, and it has generated. So this is really quick and really amazing feature. It has the pro version, so do try that. That has lot many features. And in fact, like you right click in the free version, you can copy the from here. In the pro version, you can see the result here itself right away. And one more very important feature which SelectorsHub has, free and pro both, debugger feature, which will help you guys to inspect any kind of dynamic elements as well. Okay, that will be like too many things then, but yeah. So this is SelectorsHub, guys, to solve all your problems related to XPath, selectors, and DOM. Then okay, any question, any feedback? Yeah, I don't see the suggested code when I inspect a web element in a shadow DOM. Okay, so there could be a chance that what kind of shadow DOM is there. So it will show you this suggested code whenever that element is inside the open shadow DOM. If the element is inside closed shadow DOM or user agent, I have created one tutorial today. Please watch that in channel to understand more about shadow DOM. That's where you will get this. If you face any challenge, I'm always available. Any question, guys? Any feedback? You love these features so far? Actually, there are too many things to cover, and we are running sort of time, already 10. Okay. Okay, let me show. Let's talk about one more last thing I have. How do you test if someone is good in UI automation? Like if you're suppose you are taking an interview of someone. So how do you test that person, like how you can identify that person is good in UI automation or web automation, so called. How good concept he knows. So generally, like whenever we, because we waste a lot of time in taking interview, and whenever we have to filter, because hiring is one of the most challenging. And another part, like if we'll rephrase this question, that how do you guys practice about all these concepts related to automation, if you have to practice, if you have to learn, or if you have to prepare for an interview, so how do you practice all of them? So here is a another great innovation, practice page. Yes, it might sound like very similar because there were so many in the past, but there was nothing like this. So if you look at this page, this is on SelectorsHub website. If you go to this practice page here, if you when you will land on the SelectorsHub website, you will see like this. So practice page is another great thing on SelectorsHub website. Let me just open here. So this practice page has all the really complex and good scenarios which will give a hard time to automate the page for anyone. Even if you are an expert, I will highly recommend and request, try to fill value in each and every field and try to automate this complete page. Basically automating, like entering value in each and every input box here, selecting these drop down values, date values here, table, and these values here. If you are able to automate this page, if you are able to enter value in each and every field of this page, trust me, you are a really really good automation tester. You really have the deep knowledge of web automation. You can automate anything with respect to UI. So if you have to ever identify anyone, whether he has good knowledge of UI automation or not, just ask him to automate this page. If you are giving in for anyone for like interview, for some homework, give this page. And then of course, like if he copied from somewhere or he take help of somewhere, when you will be like asking him cross question, debugging him, then you will get to know whether he has done this or someone else. Because if he has done by himself, then only he will be able to answer. If he has copied from somewhere, he will not be able to explain. So this is really really great page. Lot many great scenarios has been covered. All of them has been mentioned here, what has been covered, what all things are here on this page. So please try to automate this and you will learn a lot. With that, thank you so much everyone for joining, and I will take all your questions now. Stage is yours. And do try these SelectorsHub Pro version and the TestCase Studio Pro version. They have like really really amazing feature, and you will love and you will save a lot many time, lot a lot time. You see that steps URL. I mean, this is Pro version of TestCase Studio Pro, and SelectorsHub Pro. I have just given you the glimpse. And the you can take a free trial for a week, and I will highly recommend. They are like so cheap, anybody can afford from your pocket. And in fact, like if I would have asked for the donation, you would have done that much donation. It is just $2.5 per month. Both like TestCase Studio Pro is also with same pricing, $2.5 per month. Test SelectorsHub also $2.5. SelectorsHub Pro also $2.5 per month. And I will highly recommend, don't take it from your pocket. Just take 7 days free trial and then ask your company to take the team plan. For company, it is just like peanuts, nothing. It's so cheap. So for company, like 100 $200 is just nothing per year, that too. So it, I will highly recommend, and that will also help us to innovate more free tools and help you guys to help you guys with more such kind of incredible and innovative tools. And yes, of course, you can use the free version. SelectorsHub and TestCase Studio both are available, and they have all the features which I have shown you guys today. So with this, I'm taking a pause now. Stage is all yours. Feel free to ask the question. Can we use it in our teaching community for students to practice? Yes, absolutely, absolutely, Aya. And I will request each one of you, those who are trainers here, those who are giving the training, please use the Selectors Hub, Test Case Studio, and all the tools and the practice page and everything from our side, from my side. It's all yours. It's everything for community. Please use them and spread the word and let the word know about these innovation. If you are writing blogs, because many people are still not aware about these concepts of dev tools and selectors of shadow dom. They are like still in like dilemma or myths, you can say. And people are still not aware that shadow dom is not supported by dev tools. When they are verifying, they are getting the string match as well. So yes, please do that. And you don't need any of my permission to write blogs, giving training, or using the practice page. Thank you, Himanshu. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks, Ali, for joining. What we will have in pro version. So in pro version, there are like lots of features. You just go to the selectors of website. There you will see the difference comparison between both of them. And the very first thing is like new UI, more time saver feature. Like in pro version, selectors of pro version, I was showing you that there is a self inspector which saves a lot more time. There is a new UI, better performance. You can save more XPath, and more features are there. More advanced features are there, and that we keep adding over time to time in free version as well. Sure, you guys can use the practice page. It's all yours. Thank you. Thanks for joining, and really appreciate all your questions. Thank you, Vinod. Thanks for joining. And I will request all of you, please do add review for the selectors hub and test case studio in the Chrome store. And please spread the word, let the word know about these innovative solution. They will help a lot people. Many people are still not aware. Thanks guys. Thanks, Purvi. Any suggestion, any feedback, guys? So glad to hear. Thank you. Thanks so much everyone once again for joining. Okay, so that's all from my end. If you have any question, any feedback, feel free to ask. I will wait for another couple of minutes and then we can end the session. And if you guys have any feedback, any question after this also, you can join the Selectors of Slack channel, or and also like Selectors of website live chat feature is there. So if you got ever any question, any doubt, you can always reach out to me. And please watch the more detailed tutorial on Selectors Hub, Test Case Studio. All the video and tutorials are available on the Selectors Hub on this YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, because I used to keep creating the more informative and great tutorials. So you can watch them and you will get the notification for the same. Okay, great guys. So thank you so much once again for joining, and bye bye. Have a great night, great day, great weekend. Bye. See you soon, guys.